Have you ever wanted to know about the future, love, dreams, money, sex and bodies?
Well, then you're in luck because we read tarot cards.
And we do it seriously.
We know we're being funny, but it's real. Real magic.
We used to be an Instagram live show.
And then a live show in front of an audience.
Yay! And now, a podcast.
So sit back, relax, and trust the process.
Welcome to The Tarot Show. I'm Dickie Copeland.
And I'm Hannah Garces.
And this is
The Tarot Show.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
And hi, Hannah.
Hi, Dickles.
It's been a minute.
It's been like 2 minutes.
It's been like enough minutes to fill a whole week.
Oh,
That's truly how long it's been since we've seen each other.
yeah.
Which for people who live together and do the majority of their things together is kind of crazy.
It's a long time.
I know. Tell the people what you did.
Well, for Thanksgiving, I went up to Portland with Fozzie Bear, and we stayed with my brother and his fiance, and just had a really nice time, just drinking and going to bars and playing Shithead, which is a card game that we really like, and I introduced them to Vanderpump Rules.
Oh my God. You got them to watch season 1?
Yeah,
You were texting?
we watched season 1 and 2.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're in.
Damn, that's the best feeling.
It was so good.
When you like get to show somebody something and then they fully dive into the deep end.
Yes.
So what were their reactions on like Jax,
Oh my
Stassi?
God. You know, of course, at first they think Stassi's too much.
Everyone does.
And that's so fair. And I'm trying not to be annoying. Like, you don't understand. She's had overtime.
There's a star in Stassi.
Of course, as I knew it would happen, my brother is obsessed with Jax. Thinks he is the funniest, most insane person that's ever lived. Jax made him laugh so much. But then in season 1, when Jax is with Laura Lee, and Rocky's like, wait, he's not gonna wait. They're at an AA meeting. I'm like, He's like, is he about to dump her right after her AA meeting? I'm like,
What did you texted me? Sweet summer child.
sweet summer child. You don't even know. And so then, of course, I was poring over the list of Vanderpump Rules like episodes to see, kind of like Sherpa it if there's like a way we could get to the audio.
Yeah, in
tape of-
season 6.
Yeah, and it's not till season fucking 6.
I know.
Which is insane.
And it's not even really at the top of season 6 either. It's like episode 5 or something.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
I know, because I have shown someone it before and had to go find it. It's life-changing.
It's truly life-changing, and
So insane considering Vanderpump Rules has ended while you were gone.
it ended while we were gone. And then, yeah, it was Thanksgiving. We watched the Thanksgiving Day parade while we were drinking coffee and having mimosas. And I watched Ariana Madix lip sync her little song on the floor.
Love me.
I loved it. I love her. And then here's another crazy thing. Our friend Lindsay Frank, they make little funny comedy videos, and they asked me to be in them sometimes. And in one of them, I'm wearing something about her sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And guess who commented and liked our TikTok?
No.
Ariana Madix.
Oh my God. The first brush.
So yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that so crazy? All within a week?
Yes. The same week. Also, how Julie Brister boots on the ground because UCB is right next to Shorts and Sandy's. And we actually, for a separate pod, we have so many stories. We saw them after our tarot show, the Valentine's Day night, when Sandoval and Ariana were still together and like Raquel was there. And we saw the 3 of them that Valentine's Day that became like a point of contention. And we saw them at Birds hanging out after our Valentine's Day tarot show. And we're like, oh my God, there's all 3 of them being like lovey-dovey in the corner. Crazy. But anyways, Julie Brister saw them taking down the Shorts and Sandy's sign. And they took the Sandy's part down first.
Which is also crazy because that place I think it's open through the end of the year for another month.
It is. They took the sign down. I mean, they can't even close right. Those fuckers.
Those dumb fucks.
Yeah, they're absolutely off their rockers.
Yeah. If you are listening and you're not into Vanderpump Rules, this is your sign to start.
Yeah, I guess if we could have any effect on anyone, it is if you like to laugh.
Yeah.
I'll say this too. I loved looking at that like 20 what, 13 fashion.
Yes.
It's really specific when you watch it, which is so funny because I was driving home from work today and listening to dance music and stuff, just kind of like putting together a little list for your Head to Day's party coming up. Mm-hmm. And Girl Talk came up randomly.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah. From the Fergie Ferg. I'll come every time you come around my life. Anyways, when I lived with Farley and Scotty, we used to listen to Girl Talk while we did dishes.
Cute.
And I texted it to them and I was like, this is insane. It took me right back to Orange House, which is what we used to call it. We lived on Orange Street. And then Farley was like, this is the closest I've ever come to time traveling. And like even Scotty was like, Girl Talk do be like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something about that time that is like calling people back, both in fashion and in the Vanderpump of it all.
Yeah.
Wild. I can't believe Ariana commented on it. What did she say?
She said like something like LOL too accurate. And then I commented like, in this house we love Katie Maloney and Ariana Madix, and she hearted it.
Well, there you go.
So
Well, there you go. Did I see, now that I wake up super early for work, sometimes I check Reddit and I can't tell if it's a dream or not. But did Katie say that she wouldn't have done Vanderpump another season anyways?
I don't know if I saw that, but I believe it.
I think she said on disrespectfully that she wouldn't have done it anyways,
Yeah.
which I also believe. Right?
Yeah. I mean, both of them have stuff going on. Sandwich shop aside, obviously Ariana, but obviously like Katie too. She's got her like little makeup collabs and her pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. And I think it just was so toxic and terrible and you couldn't be trusted. And then they pulled that shit with Ariana at the end.
Yeah.
I'm in a place where I'm like at peace with it being done and feel like it is right because I don't want most of those people to get airtime.
Yeah. And good luck to the Valley.
Wow. Speaking of things being at rest,
Yeah. Wow.
it all makes sense eventually. I do think too, as we've been doing each of these deep dives on the cards, I meant to say too at the top that we were doing a deep dive.
What a gorgeous segue.
Whatever. As we've been doing these deep dives, I've felt like the cards have been reflecting what we've been going through IRL. And this one is also a little bit apropos.
I think so too.
We are doing a deep dive on the Four of Swords. And it is just a card about generally lying the hell down.
Take it easy.
Take her easy, baby.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot.
Yeah.
So anyways, we'll get into that. But any updates before we do, Han? Other than
No. What about, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was lovely. The cats are fighting.
Okay.
It's okay. Girls, quickly
Quickly.
solve your problems. It was incredible. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about, but maybe I'll save those for our next episode, which will be like a sort of longer episode where we actually read the cards and stuff. But I saw this TikTok that was talking about how Cancers are the earth sign of the water signs, and that Scorpio is the fire sign of the water signs, and Pisces is the air sign of the water signs.
Yes.
And then I was realizing like, oh, well, but my 6 months, like the other half of the year from me is an earth sign, Capricorn. And I was wondering, I wonder if 6 months ahead of a Scorpio is a fire sign and 6 months ahead of a Pisces is an air sign. Like I need to like look at the whole year and be like, and also can you do it to the other signs as well?
Yeah.
April is saying that it's maybe something that only happens to the water signs because they're so feeling. But I don't know. Anyways, I want to talk about that more.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I was at home with my sisters, all my nieces, at my parents' place. And I just am struck by what great mothers my sisters are. And it's like not because, it's not that they're not like, I mean, they are perfect in a way. But, it's like, and there are bumps and scrapes and bruises and things that happen. All the kids have had but the fact that they're growing up like such strong little wolflings, there was just something where I was like, man, these kids really like are living life. I was like, oh, I think that's what makes a good mom. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're all safe and stuff, but they also get like kind of bumped up here and there. But, for the most part, they're just so loved. And it's just really cute. I was like watching it like, okay. And then also my family watched a bunch of Christmas movies. They're so sweet because I'd said, I'm trying to watch all the Hallmark movies because now I work at Hallmark. And then my dad kept being like, should we put on a Hallmark movie?
Aw.
I was like,
You wanted to help you with your homework?
yes. It was really cute. And Noam came down and had Thanksgiving with us, and he salsa'd with my mom basically at the table. Scandalous. But my mom is a wonderful dancer, and they had to do it. But it was great. It was great. Drank too much, ate too much, saw some old friends at the bar we always go to,
Cute.
which was really great. Seeing the kids you grew up with and going to an old bar. It feels very much like St. Elmo's Fire, kind of in a way. Mm-hmm. So I loved that. It was all good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I slept in my high school bed, and I had homework because like scripts were coming in and stuff. So I had that feeling, you know, when you're like, I got to wake up early and do my homework.
Oh my God.
Even though I never did homework in high school. And I got straight A's.
Oh. Brag.
I just hold the book and the knowledge comes in through osmosis.
Because you're a water sign.
Because I'm a water sign. That's why osmosis works.
So it's through you.
So now it's time to cleanse our bodies. We don't have to cleanse the space or the deck because we're not actually reading, but these bodies are always filthy. So
I went to the airport.
yeah, you were really sick.
And I was really sick. Yeah, that's why we didn't record last week because I didn't have my voice.
You were worse than I was.
It was crazy.
That was really bad. So anyways, let's do Fireball. From the womb to the tomb.
It kills the germs.
Yeah, it tastes like Clorox. Woo! It tastes like how people were drinking bleach in the pandemic.
Oh my God. I was just thinking about like people like wiping down their groceries with like Clorox wipes. Like, oh God.
My parents did that. I always think of people, it felt like they were like licking the inside of aquariums. I'm like, what is happening? We've lost our damn minds. People are watching Bo Burnham and crying and licking the inside of aquariums. They're taking horse medicine.
It ain't right.
It ain't right. I was thinking people poop a lot, I think. Anyways. Feels clean.
It
Good.
feels clean.
Now it's time for
Blessings. I would like to bless when Hadley left Ernest Hemingway's manuscripts in that suitcase at that Paris train station that day.
God, what is that? I read that book that's like from her point of view.
Oh, from her point of view.
Yeah. And it's all about like him being a cheater and stuff.
Yeah. And that's why I'm glad she left the manuscripts on the train station that day. Because, you know, kind of fuck that guy and like, what a diva. And I'm glad she did that. And I think it's funny.
I think it's funny.
Because you could tell he's such a baby about it.
That he was The
Yeah.
Paris Wife by Paula
Oh.
McLean.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he like brought her to Paris and stuff and was fully a bad boy.
He was a bad boy.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm like, did that even really fucking happen? It sounds convenient. Oh yeah, she left it on the train.
Right.
Yeah, right, Doug.
Yeah.
He fell asleep and everything caught on fire or something.
Right. Because they would like, because I read Movable Feast. I'm sure you did. And it's like,
Yes.
they like left, like their cat babysat their infant while they
Yes.
went to go get drunk with Scott Fitzgerald.
Exactly.
You weirdos.
Well, they were dancing on a merry-go-round.
Okay.
But yeah, I do think you're right. Like in today's world, it's chic what she did.
It is so chic what she did.
Like, and I bet that book sucked anyways.
Yeah.
Everyone likes to assume it was like this lost work of art. And it's like, well, it was early, first of all.
Okay.
Okay. And secondly, if it was that good, he would have just written another draft.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Okay. Big, you know what? Big fucking deal.
Big fucking deal.
I'm sure lots of writers have like had computers crash, had like work lost, had work stolen, and they're not all blaming their wives. Especially back in the day when you couldn't save something to a computer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just so like, I think he just needed some more adversity. It's like
Yeah.
you have to go like fight bulls or like go fight. And I mean, granted, he's like on the right side of history
Yeah.
fighting the fascists, but still it's like He was always looking for trouble. So I was glad that she was able to give him a little serving herself.
Dude, maybe she left it on purpose.
I fucking hope so.
Me too. Like,
I love her.
also, who cares?
Yeah.
Write it again.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
Also, she was trying to be a writer in her own right. And so it's like, I'm sure he robbed her of her ability to actually do
100%.
anything. So
He probably found someone better to support him through the thing and then wrung her out like a sponge.
I think that actually is true.
I do too.
Because I remember reading like she got some inheritance and that is what allowed them to
That
go.
100% is what happened. That was in the book. Yeah. He had nothing. And also too, she believed in him.
Oh my God.
You know?
Go to Pamplona. You're so boring. And then he killed himself. Well,
Yeah, it took he licked the inside of a double-barreled shotgun. But I love those cats with thumbs.
yeah. I mean, he wasn't all bad.
No, he wasn't. That is, I think, that is my take. My hot take for 2024 is nobody's all bad and nobody's all good, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, at least the majority. But like the Hemingway, like, and same for her, right? What she did wasn't all bad.
Right.
I'm sure there's a reason that it needed to happen.
Yes.
And then also, same for him. He's a big fucking chauvinist. But I do be loving some of them stories.
Yeah. I mean, he blew up a bridge in Spain. Like, kind of like that.
I like those pictures of him like in his bed reading a newspaper and like drinking scotch with like 7 cats. Like,
Yeah.
again, the grumpy old man is kind of appealing.
Yeah. Kind of rocks.
Yeah, down in like the Florida Keys. Like, that man doesn't care about a manuscript being lost.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He just needed to be bullied a little more.
There you go.
And so I'm like happy
That's
that
the
she
most
did it.
fire sign thing you've ever said in your life.
Well, I'm in a bit of a mood.
I know.
I'm all frisky after being sick and going home for the holidays.
That's why I feel so centered, because you're in a mood.
yes.
And I'm like, well, I know how to sail this ship to continue my Hemingway talk. My Hemingway talk Tua.
I talked to her. Oh my God. What would Ernest Hemingway think of the talk to a girl?
I think he would. His first thought, I can fuck her. I think that was his first thought about most women. Yeah, I could fuck her.
I could fuck her.
I could fuck her.
Hunk.
I don't know why he's trying to get into the bathroom. Oh, he
You
got in. Wow. And that, folks, is a black cat.
Wow. Clever girl.
Full raptors. He can open doors.
Here, he's just playing with the loud thing, so I'm just going to
Yeah, go grab
put
it.
it in your...
Thank you, Hunter. Was it a little toy?
No, I don't even know what he was...
Probably chasing a little spider or something.
I hope
He found the manuscript. That might be a good like little movie of like someone having the lost manuscript in like some underground sale.
Oh my God.
But then you read it and it's bad.
Yeah.
You read it and you're like, oh, this is early work.
It's like a bunch of doodles of like dicks.
It's got Stussies all over it. What is this? Some like some paleontologist like, what is this Stussy? Like etched in the fossil. Stussies everywhere.
This is going to change the world as we know it.
We found a piece of Jesus's cross.
Jesus.
Jesus with 2 Stussies. Oh, the INXS on the top. The S is a Stussie.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
It's really crazy.
Anyways, Hannah is going to light the candle. I know that there's our big barbecue lighters in the drawer
yeah,
if you
I'll
want
take
to
the
grab
barbecue.
it.
Okay.
And the candle has been lit. Hadley has been forgiven.
She's been forgiven and
She's
blessed.
been exonerated. You know what? Go take something of your husband's and leave it somewhere. Mm-hmm. That's the message.
We have 2 directives for you. 1, start watching Vanderpump Rules immediately. 2, take your husband's art project
Yeah.
and throw it in the river.
Take your husband's like Star Wars novella and be like, I'm so sorry. I left it at the playground. Mm-hmm. I would like to bless the following phrase. Should we get a bottle?
Oh, yeah.
Should we get a bottle?
Should we get a bottle?
My new thing I think for 2025 is not being like, should I have a glass or should you have a glass? But literally the second I sit down and going, should we get a bottle? Like skipping the little dance we do.
It does so much.
Right? Like, let's just get a bottle.
Yeah. And even not just economically. It's like,
Right.
let's just, like, all pretense is gone.
Yes.
I love that, Dickles.
Right? Because also, so what? We don't drink it. You know what? Take it on a train, leave it. Let the book and the bottle of wine find each other.
Exactly. They're in love.
The Lust manuscript. Yeah, like, just get the bottle.
Just get the bottle. Stop pussyfooting around.
Yeah, because then someone else it's almost like inviting someone else to join if they need it, or
Yeah.
I don't know. Then you don't have to be like, you also don't have to flag the waiter down another time, which is great. It is more economical. Mm-hmm. Also, just like, if we're going out at all, you know, I think we're past the point of being like, it's going to be cheap. Like, now it's just expensive.
Yeah.
So let's just lean in. Mm-hmm. Just get a goddamn bottle.
Yes. I love that. Also, as a bartender, respect.
Right?
Whenever there, especially when it's two friends getting a bottle, I was like, I like that.
Right.
I like you. I immediately respect and see you.
I love hearing from behind the bar.
Like, I'll get you your little bucket.
Thank you.
I love to get the little bucket with some ice in it
Yeah.
and give it like, how many glasses? Okay, girls, go crazy. It feels like I'd rather you do it in the house. It
Yes.
makes me feel like I'd rather you drink in the house kind of mom, which is very fun.
Also, too, I think there's just something about like, then you lock in your partner for like, we're talking for this long. I think that's why I really like it. It's like, okay, yeah, now you know whatever we're going to start talking about, whatever conversation needs to be broached, we're going to go into it.
Yeah.
So you have this much space. I have not given you one glass's space. I've given you a bottle's space.
I love that. It's an invitation.
I've committed to you. I have to stop improv coaching because I have no time, but I do love telling people what to do so much. And I was like screaming at the kids at their show on Monday. I was like, you need to commit to your moves, commit to your scene partner, commit to your team,
Whoa.
commit to the show.
Oh, get 'em.
And they were like, okay.
Okay, Dickie Fossey.
And point those toes.
Again.
Harder.
That rocks.
Just smacking someone's bowler hat off of their head. Shimmy, I said. And then using a slur.
Well, that's how you get them to pay attention.
Exactly. I'm doing it for shock value.
Should we get a bottle?
Should we get a bottle? All right, I'm going to light
And
the
that's
candle.
what it all comes down to.
And that's what it all comes down to. For getting a bottle.
Getting a bottle. Gorgeous. The candle is lit.
Cut to me sitting down by myself saying, should we get a bottle? And the waiter being like, how many glasses? I'm like, one. You know what? 0. A straw, please.
Okay, this girl is loca.
Where you been, Loca? Hey, Bella.
Bella.
Where you been, Loca?
Wow, what a crazy time.
Yeah. And now it's time. Speaking of crazy times, now it's time for curses. Horror.
Horror. Okay, I'm gonna fucking curse waking up early. I don't think I really have to say too much on this subject, but it's unnatural. It's not right. It's gross. If you like it, if you naturally wake up early and you're a morning person, like I love that for you.
Okay, Christian Bale from American Psycho. You woke up in your little like clear fucking raincoat that you use.
Yeah, like saw your victims in half at 4 a.m. Like that's your
Exactly.
prerogative.
Uh-huh.
But I think we should all be able to wake up when we naturally want to wake up. Like, sorry. It's so gross, especially in the winter, especially daylight savings time. Waking up before the sun is up is not okay. It's not good. It's not healthy. It's not Christian. It's literally dark-sided.
Yeah, it's for pilgrims.
It's for fucking pilgrims.
Ugh.
The pilgrims say they left and came to the New World because they were being like persecuted. But really, everyone was like, please just go because you're so fucking annoying and stinky.
They were like the BO on the Santa Maria, the Nina and the Pinta was washing over us. Please go west.
I mean, last week you talked about like nerds on the like fucking like theater kids with the Wicked PR tour. What was it like on the fucking Mayflower? Insufferable.
All those buckles clicking around.
Just disgusting. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop it. Don't make me wake up early. I think we live in also we have like AI now. Can those do the jobs that need to happen before like 8 a.m.?
Right.
And can I just wake up?
What time do you have to wake up for work now when you have to do the early morning shift?
It's not too bad. It's like I have to be there at like 7.
That's still bad,
Yeah, it's not great.
especially because we're like living lives
I know.
and like having fun at night.
I know. No one should wake up early if they don't have to.
I agree. Okay. Have not we reached that point in modern times?
It's really pissing me off.
Hannah is blowing out the candle to curse waking up early.
Also-
a thing the pilgrims brought over.
Oh, the fucking puritanical work ethic is so fucking stupid. Like, we work hard. That's not something we should be proud of.
I know. Or like people who are like, I worked so late or I left the office at like 9. It's like, but then your work-life balance is all out of whack.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Nerd, 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 nerd. You're a dork.
And for that, you must be executed. Hung.
Hung and burned.
You tried to make me wake up early. Sorry.
Oh, what does Dorinda say? Hang him at the stake.
Oh, that's what it is. Hang him at the stake.
Hang him at the stake.
Good curse, Han.
Thanks.
I'm going to curse a thing I know you also hate.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to curse those LED blue Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I hate them.
It's the wrong. You know how like you can shine a laser in someone's eye and blind them? It's too close to that.
Yeah.
Also, they are ugly.
Yeah.
I love the intensity, don't get me wrong, but we're in the wrong shade.
Yeah.
And like the whole point of Christmas lights is a warmth and not like EDC level intensity of like AI robots hugging each other. Like that's like what the LED blue is bringing.
Right.
Is like, here comes a light show, you're on Molly.
Right.
As opposed to like, here's a family that lives here and we have decorated our little house.
Yeah. Thank you. Like save the LED lights for like
Yeah.
road construction in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And then akin to that, yes, exactly. That is what it's for. It should be for like landing planes.
Right.
But it's a really great case of just because we can doesn't mean we should. Which is Jurassic Park rules.
Exactly.
Just because we could. It is not a good enough reason to open up the amber and put a little needle in the fucking mosquito.
Leave the skeeter alone.
Leave that little skeet juice alone. His little blood he never got to digest.
Aw.
I know. He went to bed hungry.
Oh.
Yeah, poor guy. But anyways, like, you know, I akin to this too is when every house on like a block only does the white lights, like a strip of white. That to me is giving like mall.
Yeah.
It's so bad. But you know, my favorite Christmas lighting is like the way a dive bar does it, where it's like every light we got, and all these lights are truly 13 years old.
Yes.
And here they go up on the ceiling. Like that's the level I'm looking for. And that's a different kind of intensity.
And that's different. Shout out to the Slammer in Portland, Oregon, which I need to bring you to.
Yeah, I want to go. Shout out to Ye Rustic Inn.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Harp that I go to with my high school friends in Newport Beach.
Gorgeous.
And they had like all these weird multicolored lights up. And we're like, whoa. Like, we're kind of like, do they have cobwebs on them? Are they up all year round?
I think they just plug them in at Christmas time and then plug them out.
Yes, exactly.
I hope so.
Me too.
Fucking hope so. Yeah.
All right.
Great curse stickles.
Thanks. I will
Blow
blow
it
out
out.
the candle for those LED Christmas lights that are like meant to, I think, torture. I'll go a different route. That are meant to like light submarines under the water so that you can be found if you sink, you know?
Yeah, that's for finding like billionaires that have like used their PlayStation controlled little vessels. That's to go find them.
Did you see that they found that?
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
The
I
little
saw it.
crushed. I know. Haunted. And not funny.
And not, I mean,
Not funny.
that's not funny, Dickie. Stop laughing.
I'm going to. Okay.
Okay, you guys.
Time for
funny business.
School. Class.
Class.
Time to talk about the Four of Swords. Remember how we would always pull the Four of Swords reversed to indicate the DCM era of our lives?
Yes.
AKA partying too hard and needing to chill out because you partied for 72 hours straight and you probably fainted in the Delta flight home.
Yes. Yes.
And so it kind of had the connotation of a party behind it.
Yes. That's definitely our
Specific.
experience with the Four of Swords. It definitely does indicate
Yeah.
partying is imminent.
Yes. And you're going to go too hard. And then you need to take 2 days to basically have food delivered and watch Vanderpump Rules.
Exactly.
Which some would argue is my favorite part of the party. Is the aftercare.
the homebody part.
Yeah. That's
Gorgeous.
where we rage. That's where a Cancer gonna rage. But let's talk about the Four of Swords as it objectively is sort of meant to be seen.
Yes.
Okay, shall we word cloud her?
Let's word cloud it.
Okay. Well, let me grab my pen because sometimes you and I overlap.
Yeah. Okay, I'll start.
Peace. I had that one. Peace. I hate the word.
Except during Christmas time.
That's right. Tybalt at Christmas time. Okay, anyways. Rejuvenate.
Ooh, gorgeous.
Rest. A quiet stillness.
Oh.
I did a phrase, but there you go.
Yeah, we can do phrases. Solitude.
Love that. And I'm crossing that off because I had it. How about this? Savasana.
Okay, someone's been doing their yoga. It can wait.
Love that. Self-protection.
Oh, gorge. If you're tired, take a nap.
Oh, yeah, let's go, Anne. If you're tired, take a nap. Oh, what's that other thing that Heather said? Like, if everyone says you're...
If everyone says you're dead, it's time to lie down.
That's it.
Right?
Something like that. Akin to that on Southern Charm, they were like, if everyone says you're drunk, you should sit down. I see. I've heard it in different ways. But yes, this. Okay. How about this? Sickbed / Beth March.
Very Beth March.
Which is what I've been saying you and I have been
Sickbed.
for the last 2 weeks. Sorry, we're very Beth March. We cannot.
We can't. We just write little recipes.
I just cheer my sisters on as they do their little plays from my bed. Dude, do you remember when you were like, oh my God, she fucking dies?
I know.
Wow. Talk about writing. See, if If Little Women had been lost on a train, she would have just wrote it again.
Yep. And you know what? And maybe this is where we need to backtrack on pilgrims, because Louisa May Alcott probably was
Hashtag not all pilgrims.
not all pilgrims was a descendant of a pilgrim, probably, right?
Oh yeah, Alcott sounds.
Yeah. So there's probably that Puritan work ethic that would have been like, well, God made it so.
God
Divine
said-
providence.
Yeah. He said the wheat sometimes should be scythed. And sometimes thou must plant again.
All right, so let me write my little story about my sisters. She's probably like, okay, no problem. Well, it happens in the book.
And then Bob Odenkirk comes. Oh, that's right. It does happen in
Amy
the book.
fucking burns her book.
That's right.
And her
Oh my
mother's
God.
like, you have to forgive Amy.
Oh my God. You're so right, Hannah. Wow. Like story echoing life, echoing story, echoing burnt, lost story, echoing life. Wow.
I think Louisa May Alcott could have kicked Ernest Hemingway's ass. And I mean, like, physically, literally in a fight.
I know. I think so. Yeah, he had one too many fucking, what are those huge sandwiches they have in Louisiana?
Like a po' boy.
Yes. There's also that. Well, I actually need to look this up.
Monte Cristo?
Muffaletta.
What's that?
It's a few different cured meats, provolone, a tangy olive, and tomato relish that soaks into a crusty bread.
Whoa.
And it's good for like a crowd. Anyways, he had one too many muffalettas. And Ernest Hemingway be getting down on the muff. One of his redeeming qualities. You can't have that many cats without love and pussy.
Love pussy.
I bet Fozzie Bear is laughing really hard right now. Sometimes you're like, oh, I know this is a joke he'll love.
Yeah.
God. You brought Fozzie to Portland, didn't you?
I did.
Oh,
He loves it up there.
Yeah, he posted all the cars I saw.
Yeah, he loves.
Oh my God. Actually, can we take a moment to talk
Yeah.
about, you and I have not connected.
Yeah.
Because I did write you about this, but you posted the little story of you guys doing Jello shots. Is it Fozzie Bear that's
Yes.
sucking down that Jello shot?
Yes.
He makes this. The sound is obscene. Yeah, he sounds like when they feed the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Like you posted it, I sent it to you because I was like, I don't know if she knows that we could hear this. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. And I listened to it. I'm like, that is crazy. I'm keeping it up.
But it's also hilarious. It's incredible. It's boots on the ground.
Yeah.
And then he reposted it, and I wrote him the same thing, which was like, oh my God, the sound again. And then he wrote me back, you're mean, or that's mean. I think he didn't say you're mean. I think he said that's mean. And I said, what's mean is I screen recorded it so I could have it forever. Because it made me laugh so hard.
It's so funny.
God, it was so funny. Anyways, back to our word cloud.
Back to our word cloud. Okay. Oh, restoration.
Surgery.
Oh.
I know, an interesting interpretation, huh?
Yes.
Oh, rehab.
Rehab, recovery.
Docking. As made famous on the Tarot Show.
Yes, our version of docking, not whatever you weird perverts are doing out there.
Now that I do know what it is from many sources correcting me. How about this interpretation for the Four of Swords on our word cloud? Doom scrolling.
Oh.
Doesn't it kind of look like that with the little hands?
It does, his little, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that same thing of just kind of like lying down and really taking something in.
Do you have any more before we move to reverse word cloud?
No, just I wrote Dorinda put on pause. It's not really, it just made me laugh.
It's just funny.
It's kind of funny. So yeah, okay, sweet dreams. On to reverse. Mm-hmm. So you pull the Four of Swords reversed.
Restlessness.
I had that. Okay, crossing that off. Lost faith.
Oh shit.
Yeah, go hard first.
Anxiety.
Burnout.
Burning the candle at both ends, which is just burnout really, but
I actually like burning the candle at both ends. That's a better way to put it. Mm-hmm. It's more visual. Like coming out of something, like a coming out.
A good old fashioned exhaustion.
Yeah, I wrote recovery period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys get it.
You get it. Yeah, there's not that many ways to say go to bed. Or you need to go to bed.
You need to go to bed. And wow, if we love the phrase, should we get a bottle?
Yeah.
How devastating is it to be on the receiving end of you need to go to bed?
The next time you're in like a really nasty fight, you should just be like, you need to go to
You
bed.
need to go to bed.
You seem tired. You need to go to bed.
I would.
It's up there with relax. I used to do that a lot as an older sister. Be like, chill out. or start laughing.
Oh,
I know. It was brutal.
evil work.
Yeah, I definitely have things to atone for. That's for sure. Also, incredible that you connected it to getting a bottle. I connected to you cursing having to wake up early. It all comes to the same
all connected, you
point.
guys.
There's just all little petals on the same little flower. I do want to talk about real quickly. I think this might be a new little segment,
Oh, cute.
which is its place in the tarot deck.
Oh, gorgeous.
Because, and we can get to this too in the symbolism in a moment, but I love the idea that the Four of Swords takes place after the pain of the Three of Swords.
Oh, your funeral.
And before, yes, the change of the Five of Swords.
Oh, wow.
So if you're kind of trying to think like contextually about what's happening with this card, it can be placed within that sort of timeline. And again, I'll talk about this a little bit more, but the Three of Swords are separated out from that fourth sword too, almost in like a little bit of a remembrance.
Oh, wow.
Of like, you've been through this. Okay, but now we're done and you have to like recover.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know, right?
Yeah. I guess we should. So just a brief context before we get into the symbol. But so it's like the Four of Swords shows a sort of effigy on top of a sarcophagus. It looks like a man
Yes.
in repose with, there's a stained glass window, 3 swords above him, and then a sword below.
Yes.
Just for context. So
Yeah. In fact, actually, I love this. Yeah. Maybe it's always nice to be figuring our shit out. That one of the things we should do after word clouds maybe is just describe the card.
yeah, which I
And
feel like is what we usually do.
Is what we usually do.
But just like, but what for Dickie's describing, there are the 3 swords above
yes.
and the sword below. And so it's like cool if you're talking about it like as a progression.
Yes.
And those 3 of swords are the swords that were taken from the heart.
Yeah. And this card sort of honors what you've been through.
Whoa. Okay, that's crazy.
And then I will say too, all the fours can be about like energy or time stopping. That there is a stability within the fours, but there's also like a stopping within the fours. So and really each of the different fours can be something that is sort of needed for stability. And this is one of those. Like a long-term stability needs, like say the Four of Cups, for you to like look around and like start to like, not just get so focused on, again, the Three of Cups, the three cups in front, which are also separated out, and then you have a fourth cup behind you, right?
Oh my God.
I know. But that, like, I think the threes are really traumatic, and so people can get a little hyper focused, and they're kind of different ways to like move on and get past and heal. Again, like what I was saying with the moms and the kids, right? Like, you're meant to get hurt. That part's not the issue. You have to live your life, but there is care.
Right. What comes next is almost more important than
Exactly.
the event itself.
That's what it's about.
Wow.
Yeah. That you should like fight in relationships, but it's how you get out of them and like learn from them that matters.
Holy moly.
Don't avoid the conflict, folks.
Yeah.
The obstacle is the path. Which was my big revelation getting laid off. And it's so true.
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay.
Damn.
Sir.
Kid.
I also, and this is not really connected to anything, but this card makes me laugh because it personally reminds me of that time I got really super dressed up for a party you and I were going to, and I was waiting for you. And so I just laid on my bed with like literally gems glued to my face in a full like Tool outfit, just lying on my bed, listening to Taylor Swift's How Did It End over and over and over again until you got home. And then I was like,
my
let's
God.
party. But was very happy doing it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm very Cancerian in that
Yes.
moment. Okay.
That's so funny.
Do we need to like physically describe the card anymore? Or do we feel like we've kind of got
I
it?
feel like we kind of did. I have like one more thought on the imagery of it.
Yes, give it to me, Han.
So there are two figures that are in prayer.
Oh, in the stained glass window.
There's the stained glass window. It shows someone in prayer, and it has the Latin word for peace.
Ooh, I didn't know
PX,
that.
yes. And then it's like kind of hidden within the glass. And then the effigy on top of the sarcophagus is also like on their back with their hands in like a prayer pose. And I think that nods to this card's advice, which is about inner peace and sort of connecting to what you find sacred, connecting to sort of spirituality, whatever that means to you, to
Yeah.
find your inner peace.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I want to bring up something I saw on a Reddit thread.
Talk about it.
If you look at the card, and I've just brought it up so you can look at it, like the top of his like sarcophagus, whatever coffin, right? Whatever this like image statue is on, there is a black like underneath like
Oh.
little like section.
It looks like it's open.
And that's what they were saying. Like, is it actually open? Or is that like a shadow of the ledge? Do you know what I mean?
Or is it Jesus Christ Stussy star coming out?
Jesus Christ loves to eat Stussy.
Stussy Schroeder from
Stussy.
Vanderpump Rules.
Wow, it really all
Wow.
does come. Life is a herald, folks.
Life is Harold, babe.
And if you know what that means, then kill yourself.
Yeah, may God grant you peace.
But yeah,
Wow,
right?
That's
Like,
crazy.
so I don't know. It's interesting. I think that's one of those ones you decide for yourself.
Wow.
It could be that it's slightly pushed over and it's open. Like if there was like depth to the card.
Absolutely. Wow, I've never noticed that before.
I know, me neither.
Cool.
If you guys have oh look, someone wrote The Lord of Rest. That's what this is called.
Thank you.
Sexy.
Sexy.
So, okay, great. There's that for the symbolism. We talked about the 3 swords. I think this 4th sword too is really kind of saying like that you've put your sword down.
Yeah.
The fight is over. Mm-hmm. Wait, so tell me more about these figures in the window.
You know, all I could really find about them was just that the word peace is hidden in there somewhere and that one is praying. It looks like also like if we're just looking at it sort of bald, it looks like a figure kind of bestowing. It almost looks like someone begging for forgiveness or for
Oh,
for
what is that
grace.
other card? Like the 6 of...
Oh yeah, the 6 of Pentacles. It
Yeah.
looks like a little bit of a grace,
It
which I think would
does.
be in line with looking for peace or
forgiveness.
forgiveness.
I also think that it's just interesting. It's like this figure isn't alone. Mm-hmm. Ooh, you know what it's kind of giving? Because I'm obsessed. Vampire Diaries.
I was like, there's no way she's gonna say Vampire Diaries.
It's giving Slammer Dammer.
Slammer Dammer.
Because he's constantly stabbing his family and putting them in coffins. And they're coming out. And they need
The
forgiveness.
vampire card. Oh my god.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That's really funny.
But I do like this feeling that this person or whatever like isn't alone. There are other figures there, even if they're not directly people.
Which yeah, I guess this is a very spiritual card.
You know what? It's so funny to have that sword underneath him too, because it reminds me of how I sleep with a golf club under my bed. It's like I could be pulled into the fight.
If I wanted to.
Like if you're gonna come at our house,
yeah, good luck.
Good luck. I have a crowbar by the front door, so
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I know. Your boss gave it to you.
Yeah, because
I know where it is too.
Exactly. And he was like, "You hold the crook end, and then they can't rip it out of your hands the same way they could like a golf club."
Yep.
And you go for the knees. I was like, okay, cool. Anyways, I would also say the other thing I would bring up in the symbolism of this card, which isn't a normal thing for me to think, but there does seem to be a huge element of like faith As you talk about those characters in the window giving forgiveness and stuff, I do think there is a big element of like confession, religion, hot priestness to the card. Or honestly, the same way he's in Repose, maybe therapy,
Yeah.
which
wow.
people use in a lot, how we used to use kind of confession, right? So maybe you have to go get therapy.
Maybe go get some therapy.
Go get some
Or some perspective too. If you brought up this sort of like progression of the cards,
Yeah.
and you know, if we're coming out of the Three of Swords energy to kind of like heal and lick your wounds, and you're not minimizing it, but if you're kind of connecting to something bigger,
Yeah.
you realize that it's like not the end of the world. So like anything that can make you kind of get perspective about it, or even have like sense of humor about it. Like that's part of
Yeah.
healing too, is realizing that it's like you're not dead. This thing didn't kill you.
Right. Like if Hemingway hadn't killed himself, he'd probably be laughing about that luggage. Like that's what he robbed himself of, was the opportunity to be really drunk in a bar laughing about the fact that he got so mad about like the worst thing he's ever written.
She did him a fucking favor.
She did, probably. You never
Actually.
know, right? And also like a story like that like lends to your like the mythos.
Yes.
You know what it makes me think too, Hannah, is how a thing we never really consider when we talk about like healing, like we do think a lot like physically, mentally, like those are things but we never really think about spiritually, which is a thing we've been doing more with this podcast, because I feel like the Wicca is kind of like a friendly way into spirituality. I feel that way about Catholicism too, just because I grew up with it and like no one took it so seriously that it was like damaging. So you were like, you could still be like I'm like, oh, it's about the saints and Mary. Like who cares about Jesus? Blah blah blah. Like we're a little more like into the candles of it all. It's like, and it is a lot closer to like Wicca, right? But
Right.
like I think religion can be so damaging that sometimes we do kind of cut out like, how do you think about like taking care of your own spiritual connection? Because when your spirit dies, that really does feel like an underlying problem. But I don't even really know what I'm talking about. I almost feel like I'm high.
No, I understand the
Do you
point
know
you're
what I
making.
mean?
I think there's like a disconnection from spirituality because religion is so fraught
Yeah.
and like weird and has done so much damage, like you said. But like I think there is like a human need for connection to something bigger that maybe we don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. Like your ability to see beauty in the world. Or your ability to have faith in something, right? And not in like the AA way of like bigger than yourself, but also maybe that way, but just in anything, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like sometimes it is like, oh, the future seems too hard.
Yeah.
And like whatever can help that. Wow, the Four of Swords is like, when you start talking about it, you're like, okay, maybe it's a big card.
Oh my God. Okay. Maybe this card. And then also in the progression, because the next card is the Five of Swords.
Right.
Which is the squires after a fight. No?
Yeah, it is.
So if that's like kind of the aftermath of this thing,
Yeah.
and it's like you kind of picking up the pieces after healing, not to get ahead of ourselves, but it's like sort of a card about like sort of like breaking things down to make them manageable.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you gotta pick your battles and kind of come at it a little smarter and healed. Interesting.
Wow.
You know what else it's giving? That thing we've talked about, the caterpillar becoming the goo. Did I tell you that Proto Moon wrote me, by the way? This is my stupid work phone, not my actual phone. But he wrote me and was like, hey, the reading on the last one was like super on the money for me. And I've been feeling that like caterpillar goo before butterfly kind of like transition period.
Funky boss.
I know, right? The funkiest of bosses. I said that we would call him Proto Goo.
Proto-game.
Proto Goo. All right, so we talked about it reversed.
Reverse.
How about any astrology for it? Did you see that?
No, just, obviously air.
Yeah, I saw air sign. I saw a little bit of like super connecting it to Libra. But that feels like Libra slander to me, because they were like, it's about indecision sometimes. I'm like, I don't really think it's indecision.
Right.
But a Libra does love beauty sleep, so maybe it's that way. I don't know. How about, should we talk about her in a love reading?
Yeah, let's do it.
Han, you want to take the wheel?
Sure. So when you pull The Four of Swords in a love reading, I think in general, it encourages maybe some self-reflection and maybe a need to take some space away from whether it's like a fight or a sort of intense or confusing relationship to get right with yourself before you come back.
Ooh, I love that.
You need a little time to regroup and think.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
You got to get on your loser grind.
Get on your loser grind.
You guys just need to like take the pressure off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes in a love reading, it can indicate that the person is like sealed off a little bit, but for their own healing reasons.
Yes.
You know, that they are doing their thing. And it's not personal. It's not about you. They're in their own little church.
Yeah. So be patient. It's kind of a slow burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the fours really are, I think. Mm-hmm. Time be ticking slowly in a 4 card.
Yeah. Or as you said earlier in the word cloud, this also might indicate a person who is in like recovery.
Yes, that too.
And so maybe there are some addiction, mental health.
Ask Laura Lee.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Don't go with this person to their AA meeting and then dump them right afterward.
And say that it's because you think they might come in your house and steal your shit.
They put this psychopath on TV.
Jax Taylor, you will always be famous.
You will always be famous, Jax Taylor.
And he is literally the star of a show right now. And I work a stone's throw
Oh my God.
from Jax's bar. We have to go here.
We have to go.
We have to go.
I've heard it's terrible. We have to go.
It looks like the succulent wall is dead. I drive by it and I keep trying to crane my neck around to see. But I'm pretty sure the succulent wall is dead. That's boots on the ground for you guys. That's your they live in LA right with all the Vanderpumpians.
Oh, that's so funny.
I know.
Oh my God. I have some more thoughts on
Yeah,
love
please.
readings.
Please. This is the best part for me. So
Yes.
elaborate all you want.
Okay. In terms of like intimacy, I think we can reverse to upright. It means y'all aren't fucking.
No.
So do something about that.
Maybe look at that.
Maybe look at that.
The lights are on in this card. Maybe turn the lights on, which I hate, and it's not advice I would ever give. But turn the lights on figuratively.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all need to talk about it. Be honest about what you want. And then also, I was reading in terms of like, if you're pulling this for like a long-term relationship, it's a card that speaks to one or both partners maybe needing more alone time than the average bear, and that actually sort of taking time to follow your independent interests, your own friend groups, like a little time apart might do you good.
Do you a world of good.
Yeah.
One of my love languages, well, they're all gifts. None of them are quality time. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone, please.
Leave me alone, please.
I need to dance in the mirror in my little outfits. What else you got?
And then lastly, if you are seeking love and romance and you pull the Four of Swords, it could indicate that maybe you are someone who's very comfortable being alone.
Oh.
And therefore, maybe you feel a certain way, but you're not putting out the vibes that you are open.
They're protecting themselves.
Exactly. And so this card is maybe like, hey, like that's cool, but no one's going to know it's like your little taxi cab, but your light's not on. No one knows you're interested. Everyone needs a little encouragement.
Yeah.
So if you're out there looking for love, you kind of have to put out the vibes that you're looking and that you're open.
Yeah, and tell people, right? You got to tell people. I read this thing too that even today with all the apps, the number one way people are meeting is through a friend.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you do got to tell your friends,
Yeah.
hey, if you know somebody good,
Yeah.
you got to send them my way.
Exactly. Oh, and then one more thing. Also, if you pull it and it's like about a person that you're interested in, they also might be a little anxious, a little socially anxious, introverted person, and don't push that person to hang out. Or be conscious of their social battery, and it might not be the same as yours.
Oh, that's a great way
and
to put it.
And not to take it personally.
Again, it's not about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just got to recharge elsewhere. Mm-hmm. But they want to hang.
Yeah.
you know how some people love to hang and they like when you go do errands together? Mm-hmm. Or like some people like to do nothing together.
Yes.
Or some people like to do work together, you know, finding out what that little language is.
Totally.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's time for my favorite part. I think
Pairs.
pairings. Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. When you pull the four of swords, when you pull a four of swords
Parasides
with some other cards.
for Alexander Skarsgård's.
Ermagerd's Alexander Skarsgård. Ermagerd's Alexander
Tarot card.
The tarot cards said Alexander Skarsgård is in love with me. They said, ask him about Bill. Oh my God, Lyle, please stop attacking me from under the table. I love you so much. Okay. If you pull the Four of Swords with the Magician, it can be literally Lyle's like hooking his nails into my gold bangles on my arms.
I cannot. I'm just looking. We're sitting at the table and I'm just watching his paws come up. It's like, insult the Triumph the Insult comic dogs,
Yeah,
like
it's
fake
just the
like puppet
arm.
arms coming up and like trying to wreck your shit.
I know he's really he thinks we're playing because I'm gesturing with the pen. Stop.
Oh my God.
I know. It's so crazy to be so in love with a thing that like would harm you if it could. Anyways, the Four of Swords with the Magician, a long-term relationship in the future. But you got to build yourself for it. You got to you have to take the time to build yourself for the right partner this time to get the long-term partner, if that's what you want. But also it's about like, okay, sort of that transition between like you put the work in to make something happen on the outside. Of course, I naturally think love, but like that can be what it's about. Like, okay, this long-term thing you've really wanted, you've done the work on yourself to make it happen.
Gotcha.
The Four of Swords plus the, oh my God, Lyle. When we are video, this is going to be a crazy part of everyone's going to be like, I love when he attacks her. I'm going to be like, me too.
Yeah, I love it.
The Four of Swords plus the Empress card, a happy home.
Aw.
A happy, stable home.
Love that.
The Four of Swords plus the Hermit, growing old together. How about that one?
Wow.
Getting all old
Old and crusty.
and crusty, like a muffaletta.
Eating your muffalettas and watching your programs.
Yeah, exactly. Watching your Golden Girls and laughing at them jokes. Those funny ladies. The Four of Swords and the Ace of Wands. I can't sing, but you know that vine where it's like the lawnmower like takes off and it's like you want to break free.
Oh yeah. We're sorry.
That's it.
From High School Musical. Yeah.
I knew you would know what I was talking about. It's that feeling.
Pipes are a little rusty from being sick.
I was gonna say sorry to make you laugh really hard. And make you sing.
Music.
We're soaring, and
We're
the
flying.
lawnmower's like going off into the sky.
Sick.
But it's like breaking free. It's like big reset, but it's like very like joyful, huge success, that kind of thing. So good, very good, right?
Like that.
Four of Swords plus the 10 of Wands, big overload, like warning, red light. You're about to be overloaded. You're doing too much. Like you need to like stop because the smoke is coming out of the tires.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Four of Swords plus the Two of Pentacles. It's DCM, baby, party too hardy. you little jester.
Come on.
You're about to flop.
No.
You gotta. You're having a good time.
Yeah.
That's the nice part.
Drink of water.
But just drink a little water.
Sit down for a second.
You know what? Maybe don't wear the shoes that hurt so bad because you're gonna be dancing.
Aw.
Little baby, you're about to go out.
That's fun.
That is fun. Okay, so these next cards, which are all kind of like Swords-esque, but they kind of highlight a different part of the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords plus like the Six of Swords, really about rest and recovery. But the Seven of Pentacles is more about pausing to reflect. The Hanged Man is more about like you really are suspended and stopped. And the Four of Cups is about like time alone.
Ah.
And then finally, the Four of Swords with the High Priestess, that real like spiritual meditating, go to your trusted source,
Cool.
whether that's above or below. Seek guidance within yourself from a deep place
Cool.
and take the time to fucking do it, dog.
Yeah.
You're about to get John Wick on the asses.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I got to go X Games mode.
I want like a John Wick tarot card deck.
That would be cute.
Wouldn't it be kind of cool? It's like super niche, but like the pentacles could be his coins from under
Yeah, for the bad guy coins.
yeah. And then the wands could be that pencil he killed that dude with.
Oh yeah. And then swords would just be swords.
Just swords.
And then cups would be maybe also cups because they're drinking.
Maybe also cups.
Yeah, okay. We're about to be millionaires.
And then there's like, instead of black cats, it's the dog.
Yeah.
But he's alive and he's happy. But you need that inciting incident to get the movies. The one instance where a dog dying doesn't immediately turn everyone off.
We needed it. We needed it.
And then Ted Lasso tried to do it in season 2, and I was like, okay. Football is life.
Ted Lasso. I hope Ted Lasso's in that coffin in the Four of Swords.
With a little believe. Instead of the stained glass window, it says believe. Instead of Pax, it says believe.
Juno Temple innocent.
Juno Temple innocent.
But otherwise get that shit out of my face.
I mean, did anyone watch the last seasons too? What a crazy dive it took.
I know.
Anyways,
So it's never good. Also, countdown to Jason Sudeikis getting Me Too'd.
it's coming. He's in his coffin, baby.
His coffin. Believe.
Believe. Hashtag believe women. Put women after the believe. Well, on that note, folks. Well, thanks for hanging with us through all of our sickness, through all of our just party times. And we really appreciate you sticking with us. We're with you.
From the womb
To the Four of Swords tomb. We're sorry.